Good afternoon. It is August the 17th, 2017. Time to recap our trading and our markets today and take a look at tomorrow. We'll start with the customary disclaimer. Hypothetical simulated performance results have certain limitations. Unlike an actual performance record, simulated results do not represent actual trading. Also, since the trades have not been executed, the results may have under or overcompensated for the impact of any of certain market factors, such as lack of liquidity. Simulated trading programs in general are also subject to the fact that they are designed with the benefit of hindsight. No representation is being made that any account will or is likely to achieve profit or losses similar to those shown. Okay, we came into the E-mini today as sellers. We thought that we would find support at 24.50, 24.55. So this was our buy zone. Our sell zone was 64 to 67, and we just touched 64 right there, and we got a beautiful double top right there. We like that pattern, and that first trade was positive. This trade was positive. Nice retest failure trade right here, positive. That trade was positive. Another retest failure with buys, positive. Then a quadruple top, mean green trade, and the market just sold. This trade right here did not stop out on, or those two all would have been positive. Could have played right here, no worse than a scratch, little winner, and then we're just peeling off into the close. So my feeling is that the selling is people are just really bothered about these continuous attacks and never-ending assaults on the current administration in D.C. Businesses and investors do not like uncertainty. They don't like change. They can handle the real news, but when they see all this stuff being manufactured, and most of it is not accurately reported, it is pause for concern. Now, I don't think the buying is over, but everybody and their mother is jumping on board. I mean, Nancy Pelosi even came out today and said we should take down all references to the Confederacy and Southern monuments in Washington, D.C. I mean, think about how they'd have to tear down in Richmond, which was the capital of the South for a while. So it's a mess, and it's all contrived, it's all pumped, and it's all hyped to do one thing, and that's to destabilize the current administration and get rid of Trump. Not good for investors. Not to mention the attack in Barcelona today. Not to mention Chinese talks coming up, forthcoming, trade discussions. There's a lot of stuff going on right now that really needs attention and needs to be taken care of. And with all these damn distractions, it's like everything's coming apart at the seams. Okay, E-mini sold pretty heavily today. We talked about the 36 number right there. You can see it. Next stop would be right under 30 right there. Then that 24.18 to 20 would be the next line. So everything right here on F1 says find a place to sell it. We've had what, 1, 2, now we've got 3 distributions lower. And we hit our trading target right there, so stops below 30 would be the next point. Tomorrow's news is limited to consumer sentiment at 94. Baker Hughes rig count. So if the market were to close right here at 36, we have resistance at 41 to 45, 46. So in Globex tonight, selling 39s to 41s first trade, and 44 to 46 for sell 2. On the assumption we'll get stops beneath that level right there, we'll make 24.30, 24.32, buy 1, and then 25.27 by 2. And we'll see if that happens. You know, one of the beauties of what we do in looking at the market through the profile is that we don't have to know who's doing it and why they're doing it. We can just see that they are. And from a trading perspective, think about it. If you're a fundamentalist right here and you're trying to decipher what news is for real and what news is not for real. And I mean, today we had an example of Gary Kahn had supposedly resigned, and it looks like it was not true. It was on Twitter. And the market takes a big lump, gets a hit off of that. And we don't know if it's true or not. We just, we go with the flow. And if you're sitting there wondering should you put on a position or not, or wait a little bit because of this guy may have resigned, you're going to be you're going to be pretty late to the party. Treasuries, higher low, higher high. Look for a place to buy it on F1. F2, top of resistance is right over there at 28. So 27s to 31, sell 1. 3 to 7, sell 2. On the buy side, last rotate down stopped at 17 to 21 by 1. And 9 to 13 by 2. If the E-mini gets hammered into the close, you'll have to pay 24s, 25s to get in. Now, in Europe, the FATAs and the planning went out. Cars, knives, vehicles are the weapons of choice now in Europe. ISIS sent out plans to attack the United States through its subway systems this last week. And I mean, you don't have to do anything. You can push a person in front of a car, and that's pretty low-tech stuff. But this is what we've opened ourselves up to by allowing that mindset to take over and protecting that mindset. You can't call it what it is. That's verboten. And if you can't define the problem, you're probably not going to get the solution you need. 28 to the buck, number 1. 3 to 7, sell 1. 11 to 15, sell 2. Last rotate down stopped at 17. We're at 24, so 16 to 20, number 1. 9 to 13 by 1. And 1 to 5 by 2. Then there's seasonals. Last week the tape was filled with stories about how August, September, and October are not kind to the stock market. So that's also something that could impact the markets to the downside. But again, the beauty of what we do is that we do come in with a pretty strong idea. We have levels where we like to execute if we get a chance to, that do offer us an advantage. But our methodology, if the market is moving quickly in one direction, our methodology won't allow us to get in. And that's comforting, where you don't get run over. Gold, higher low, higher high. Find a place to buy it. We're looking for a close in the 91, 92 area. Came in higher than that. Definitely a P. Put all this together. Very strong P. So we should get a retest of 95, 97. So 94 is 96. Sell 1 is pretty aggressive. 99 to 01. Sell 2. On the buy side, 89 to 91. That's very aggressive. We're going to pick up that spot right there. And 85, 87 by 2. Crude oil closed strong. I put an article up that said Brent had moved to backwardation, where the front months are at a premium to the back months, and that means that supply is tightening, and so the crude overhanging the market might be working itself off, and the United States got a lot of relief in that when they were able to export crude. So lower high, lower low, find a place to sell it on F1. F2 is going to be a P with a strong close, so that usually gives us a trading range to work with. This morning we were content to sell 47s. Right now we've got volume at 47.30, so we'll make 25 to 50, sell one. Might take a 47 to get in, still like the short side of the market. 47.75, 48, sell two. Now today's day one. We came in actually we've liked the short side for a while, but if they're take it higher, we were pretty strong on the short side today. We're pretty strong tonight's overnight recommendation. If they blow it up and take it higher, we'll have to reassess, and perhaps that article where Brent went into backwardation might show us that things have changed. Okay, 46.50, 46.75 buy one, 46 even, 46 and a quarter buy two. And lastly, the euro. Outside day, find a place to trade it. We're selling 118s, we're buying 117s. That's what this screen shows us. Fold all that in. This and that are just kind of right here, stuck in a range, stuck in the middle, however that song went. And we had a pretty strong rally up. So what's a P in a down market? Short covering. So 65 to 75, sell one. 118 even, plus or minus, sell two. On the buy side, 40 to 50 buy one, and 15 to 25 buy two. That does it for this August the 17th, 2017. I will see you bright and early in the morning. Y'all have a great evening. I'm out of here.